But that video that you did with Smosh, it's credited as the first sponsored video in YouTube history, wasn't it?
I mean, I've yet to find out about an earlier one. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an earlier one. I'd love it if it was the first one. I don't know that for 100%, like with absolute certainty. But it was pretty early, yeah, for sure. It was 2000. It was in 2006, yeah.
How did you even come up with the fee?
Oh gosh. To be honest, I think so I emailed them, I pitched them, I invited them to the office. Luckily, they lived in a suburb of Sacramento, which is not too far away from San Francisco. And they just came down. I think they had a meeting with YouTube or something. So they came down like a week later, and we just got in a room, and I invited one or two folks from the agency that I was at. One of the partners joined, and we were just like, yeah, we want to do this, yada yada yada. And I think, we were sort of tiptoeing around what's a number, and then I'm pretty sure that one of the partners just eventually just blurted out a number. He was just like, nah, what about this? It wasn't like particularly scientific. I think it was more like we wanted to break this tie of like tiptoeing and just like throw something out there. And we banged out a deal pretty quick. If I remember correctly, I think one of them, I'm pretty sure one of their dads was like an accountant or something. So he's like, oh yeah, he'll just take a look at the contract or whatever, and we'll circle back. But pretty quickly we knocked out a deal, and then got something out the door. I'm pretty sure like a month later or so.
Was Smosh excited about it or reluctant? Were they afraid of how it would be perceived by the audience? What was their mood?
I think they were excited. I think the vibe I got, I mean, this was, 15 years ago. The vibe I got, if I remember correctly, was they were a little bit apprehensive. Like kind of like holding their cards a little bit close to their chest, in the sense that they made a point of not appearing like over eager and like, oh yeah, let's do this. But I've talked to them here and there, over the years since, and I think for them it was I don't want to like overstate it, but I think for them it was like a turning point, in the sense that they realized there were real dollars to be made, and this is a potentially a significant business, and they've done pretty well, from my understanding over the years.
Yeah, correct. And then there have been ups and downs and drama.
Yeah,
obviously there will be on a show that is live for 15 years. There would be on any other medium, by the way. But it's funny what you say. I'm wondering if they were posturing, about holding their cards. Maybe.
I definitely think
you have to do that in business.
100%.
Because they probably had self-doubt and imposter syndrome as much as you at the time.
Absolutely.
How much can we ask for this?
I definitely think that's what it was. I think they had no idea, and we had no idea, so they didn't want to come across as like over eager and like take the first deal that came across the table. And but they were super cool. They did a great job, and they were like very nice guys and very sweet, and professional for two 18-year-old kids or whatever. They were really young at the time. It was impressive.